gazed up at the stars and wondered about the vastness of the universe. We've pondered our place in the cosmos, questioning if we are truly alone. This curiosity has led to countless myths, legends, and stories of beings from other worlds visiting our planet. While many of these tales have been relegated to the realm of fiction, some remain stubbornly unexplained. Unexplained aerial phenomena, or UAPs, have captivated the public imagination for decades. These sightings, often referred to as UFOs, defy easy categorization. Grainy videos, eyewitness accounts from credible sources like pilots and military personnel, and even government reports all point to something unusual happening in our skies. While the skeptical among us might attribute these sightings to misidentified aircraft, weather phenomena, or even hoaxes, the sheer volume of reports and the credibility of some witnesses make it difficult to dismiss them entirely. Could there be more to these encounters than meets the eye? Are we truly witnessing advanced technology from another world, or is there a more profound, even stranger explanation? What if these objects, these visitors from the unknown, are not extraterrestrial in origin but extra-dimensional? What if they come not from distant planets in our universe but from other dimensions, realms existing alongside our own, hidden from our everyday perception? This is the question we will explore, venturing into the realm where cutting-edge physics meets the unexplained, where the boundaries of our reality might be far more malleable than we ever imagined. The idea that UFOs might originate from other dimensions is not new. It has lingered on the fringes of ufology for decades, often dismissed as the stuff of science fiction. However, recent advancements in theoretical physics, particularly in the mind-bending realm of quantum mechanics, have breathed new life into this once outlandish concept. Dr. Michio Kaku, a renowned theoretical physicist and popular science communicator, has stated that the idea of UFOs originating from other dimensions is not impossible within quantum physics. This statement, coming from a scientist of Dr. Kaku's stature, has sent ripples through both the scientific community and the world of UFO enthusiasts. To understand how such a thing might be possible, we need to delve into the strange world of quantum mechanics, a branch of physics that governs the behavior of matter at the subatomic level. Quantum mechanics is notorious for challenging our everyday intuitions about reality. It tells us that particles can exist in multiple states at once, that they can be entangled across vast distances, and that their behavior is governed by probabilities rather than absolute certainty. One of the most mind-boggling implications of quantum mechanics is the possibility of a multiverse, the idea that our universe is just one of many, coexisting alongside each other like bubbles in a cosmic foam. Each universe within this multiverse might have its own unique set of physical laws and dimensions. This concept, once relegated to the realm of science fiction, has gained increasing traction within the scientific community, bolstered by theoretical models and observations in cosmology. The idea of multiple dimensions is not just a product of science fiction, it's a cornerstone of modern physics. To understand dimensions, imagine a line. That line is one dimension. Now imagine a square. It has two dimensions, length and width. A cube adds a third dimension, height. Our universe, as we perceive it, has four dimensions, the three spatial dimensions, length, width, and height, and time. However, physicists propose that there could be many more dimensions, perhaps 10, 11, or even more, that we cannot directly perceive. These higher dimensions are thought to be curled up or compactified, existing on a scale far smaller than atoms. If other dimensions exist, it's plausible that other universes, with their own sets of physical laws and constants, could exist within these dimensions. These universes might be very different from our own, perhaps with different types of particles, forces, and even different laws of physics. Now imagine that these other universes are not entirely separate from our own but intersect with it in subtle ways. Perhaps under certain conditions, objects from these other dimensions could briefly bleed through into our reality, appearing to us as UFOs. This bleeding through could be facilitated by fluctuations in the fabric of space-time, quantum entanglement, or other, as yet undiscovered, physical phenomena. Dimensions are not just spatial extensions like the three we experience, length, width, and height, but represent entirely different ways in which reality can be structured. They are thought to be curled up or compactified, existing on a scale far smaller than atoms, which is why we cannot perceive them directly. To visualize this, imagine an ant crawling on a piece of paper. To the ant, the paper appears two-dimensional. But if you roll the paper into a cylinder, a third dimension, the curvature of the cylinder, becomes apparent, though the ant may not be aware of it unless it travels a significant distance. Similarly, our universe might be embedded in a higher dimensional space, with these extra dimensions curled up and hidden from our view. One of the most compelling reasons physicists believe in extra dimensions comes from string theory, a theoretical framework that attempts to unify all the fundamental forces of nature, including gravity. String theory suggests that the universe is made up not of point-like particles, but of tiny, vibrating strings. These strings vibrate at different frequencies, and the different vibration patterns give rise to the different particles and forces we observe. However, for string theory to be mathematically consistent, it requires the existence of extra spatial dimensions, at least 6 more than the 4 we experience. These extra dimensions are thought to be tightly curled up, forming a complex, intricate geometry at the Planck scale, the smallest possible unit of measurement in physics. This hidden geometry could hold the key to understanding the fundamental nature of gravity and its relationship to the other forces of nature. Section 2, Where Dimensions Collide. If our universe does indeed coexist with other dimensions, the question naturally arises, could there be points where these dimensions intersect or overlap, and if so, what might happen at these intersections? Some physicists theorize that these intersections could manifest as anomalies in spacetime, regions where the laws of physics as we know them might break down or behave differently. These anomalies could potentially serve as portals or gateways between dimensions. Objects from other dimensions might briefly bleed through into our reality at these points, appearing to us as UFOs with seemingly impossible flight capabilities. They could disappear just as suddenly as they appear, retreating back into their own dimensional realm, leaving us baffled and intrigued. The idea of interdimensional gateways is not entirely new to physics. Einstein's theory of general relativity, which describes the nature of gravity, predicts the existence of wormholes, hypothetical tunnels that connect 2 different points in spacetime. While wormholes are theoretically possible, they are thought to be incredibly unstable and would require exotic matter with negative energy density to keep them open. However, some physicists speculate that interdimensional gateways might be more stable and easier to form than wormholes, particularly in regions of high energy density such as near black holes or in the early universe. These gateways could allow for faster-than-light travel or even communication between different universes. Section 3. Wormholes, warp drives, and interdimensional travel. The idea of traveling to other dimensions or even other universes has long captured the human imagination. While such feats remain firmly in the realm of science fiction for now, theoretical physics does offer some tantalizing possibilities. Wormholes, as mentioned earlier, are one such possibility, though their stability remains a major challenge. Another intriguing concept is the Alcubierre warp drive, a theoretical concept proposed by physicist Miguel Alcubierre in 1994. The Alcubierre drive exploits a loophole in Einstein's theory of general relativity, which allows for the expansion and contraction of spacetime. By compressing spacetime in front of a spacecraft and expanding it behind, the spacecraft could effectively ride a wave of spacetime, achieving faster-than-light travel without violating any laws of physics. However, the Alcubierre drive also faces significant challenges. It would require an enormous amount of energy, equivalent to the mass energy of Jupiter, to create the necessary spacetime distortion. It also remains unclear how to create and control such a distortion, and whether it would be safe for human travel. Interdimensional travel, on the other hand, might offer a more accessible route to exploring other realities. If interdimensional gateways exist, they could potentially allow for travel between dimensions without the need for exotic matter or enormous amounts of energy. However, much remains unknown about the nature of these gateways, their stability, and the potential risks involved in traversing them. Section 1. Project Bluebeam. A conspiracy takes flight. While the concept of interdimensional UFOs might seem like the stuff of science fiction, it's just one thread in the vast and intricate tapestry of ufology. Within this realm of unexplained phenomena, conspiracy theories abound, weaving elaborate narratives that often intersect with government cover-ups, alien agendas, and secret technologies. One such theory, known as Project Bluebeam, stands out for its sheer audacity and the grip it has on the imaginations of many. Project Bluebeam, first proposed by Canadian journalist Serge Monast in the 1990s, posits a chilling scenario that world governments, in collusion with a shadowy New World Order, are planning to use advanced holographic technology to simulate an alien invasion or a second coming of Christ. The goal of this elaborate deception, according to the theory, is to create a global state of panic and fear, ultimately leading to the establishment of a one-world government and the suppression of individual liberties. Monast claimed that this staged event would involve several phases, each designed to further manipulate the public's perception of reality. These phases included the manipulation of earthquake activity to reveal new archaeological discoveries that would discredit existing religions, the projection of holographic images of religious figures tailored to different cultures, and the use of extremely low-frequency waves to influence people's thoughts and emotions. While Monast's claims might seem outlandish, they resonated with a segment of the population already distrustful of government and authority. The theory gained traction through word-of-mouth, pamphlets, and radio broadcasts, eventually finding a home on the burgeoning internet, where it continues to circulate in online forums, conspiracy websites, and social media platforms. Section 2. Dissecting the Hologram Conspiracy. Despite its enduring popularity, Project Bluebeam suffers from a lack of credible evidence. Monast never provided any concrete proof to support his claims, relying instead on vague assertions, anonymous sources, and interpretations of unrelated events. The theory also hinges on a fundamental misunderstanding of holographic technology and its limitations. While holograms can create impressive three-dimensional images, they are essentially illusions of light. They cannot interact with the physical world in the way described by Project Bluebeam proponents. Projecting a convincing holographic image onto the sky would require enormous amounts of energy and sophisticated atmospheric manipulation techniques far beyond our current technological capabilities. Furthermore, the idea that governments could orchestrate such a complex and large-scale deception without any leaks or whistleblowers strains credulity. The theory also ignores the diversity of cultures and belief systems worldwide, making it highly implausible that a single staged event could achieve the desired effect of global unification. Despite these flaws, Project Bluebeam persists, fueled by a potent cocktail of mistrust, fear, and the allure of a hidden hand controlling world events. Its popularity highlights the power of conspiracy theories to offer simple explanations for complex phenomena, often tapping into pre-existing anxieties and biases. Section 3. The Allure and Danger of Disinformation. The enduring appeal of conspiracy theories like Project Bluebeam raises important questions about how we process information and the role of critical thinking in the digital age. In an era of information overload where misinformation and disinformation proliferate online, it's more important than ever to approach extraordinary claims with a healthy dose of skepticism. Conspiracy theories often thrive in environments where trust in traditional sources of information, such as governments, media outlets, and scientific institutions, is low. They offer a sense of control and agency in a world that can feel increasingly complex and unpredictable. By believing in a hidden hand manipulating events, individuals may feel empowered, as if they have access to knowledge that most people don't. However, the danger of conspiracy theories lies in their potential to distort our understanding of the world, erode trust in legitimate institutions, and even incite violence. When people base their beliefs on unfounded claims and disregard evidence to the contrary, it can lead to polarization, extremism, and an inability to engage in constructive dialogue. Combating the spread of misinformation requires a multi-pronged approach, including promoting media literacy, fostering critical thinking skills, and supporting independent fact-checking initiatives. Section 1. The Skeptical Scientific Perspective. The scientific community, known for its rigorous adherence to empirical evidence and the scientific method, tends to approach the topic of UFOs and interdimensional theories with a healthy dose of skepticism. Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, a renowned astrophysicist and science communicator, embodies this skeptical stance. He frequently emphasizes the importance of extraordinary evidence to support extraordinary claims, a cornerstone of scientific inquiry. Dr. Tyson, along with many of his colleagues, argues that the vast majority of UFO sightings can be attributed to misidentified objects, atmospheric phenomena, or hoaxes. They point to the lack of clear, high-resolution images or videos of alleged UFOs, despite the proliferation of cameras and smartphones in modern society. They also highlight the tendency for eyewitness accounts to be unreliable, influenced by factors such as perception, memory, and the desire to see something extraordinary. Furthermore, the laws of physics as we currently understand them present significant challenges to the idea of interstellar travel, let alone interdimensional travel. The vast distances between stars, the speed of light as a cosmic speed limit, and the energy requirements for such journeys pose formidable obstacles. While scientists acknowledge that our understanding of physics is not complete, they argue that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and that burden of proof lies with those making the claims. This skeptical stance does not necessarily equate to a dismissal of the UFO phenomenon altogether. Many scientists acknowledge that there are unexplained cases that warrant further investigation. However, they emphasize the need for rigorous scientific methodology, data collection, and analysis to separate genuine anomalies from misinterpretations and hoaxes. On the other side of the spectrum are those who firmly believe that UFOs represent evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence, whether from our own universe or from other dimensions. Dr. Avi Loeb, a Harvard astrophysicist known for his outspoken views on the possibility of alien life, is a prominent voice in this camp. He argues that the vastness of the universe makes it statistically improbable that we are alone, and that it's arrogant to assume that humans represent the pinnacle of intelligence in the cosmos. Dr. Loeb points to the recent surge in declassified UFO videos released by the Pentagon and the acknowledgement by government officials that there are unexplained phenomena in our skies. He argues that these developments warrant a serious and open-minded investigation, free from the stigma and ridicule that have often plagued UFO research in the past. Proponents of the extraterrestrial hypothesis often cite eyewitness accounts from pilots, military personnel, and other credible witnesses who describe objects exhibiting flight capabilities far beyond our current technology. They also point to historical accounts of unexplained aerial phenomena, suggesting that these sightings are not a recent phenomenon but have been occurring for centuries. While acknowledging the possibility of misidentifications and hoaxes, believers argue that the sheer volume and consistency of some reports, coupled with the credibility of certain witnesses, warrant serious consideration of the extraterrestrial hypothesis. They advocate for increased funding for UFO research, transparency from government agencies, and a shift in the scientific paradigm to accommodate the possibility of non-human intelligence. The official stance of governments worldwide on the issue of UFOs has long been shrouded in secrecy and ambiguity. For decades, governments, particularly in the United States, dismissed UFO sightings as hoaxes, misidentifications, or national security concerns, often refusing to acknowledge the existence of any unexplained phenomena. However, in recent years, there has been a noticeable shift in tone and transparency. In 2020, the Pentagon officially released 3 previously classified UAP videos captured by Navy pilots, confirming the authenticity of the footage and acknowledging that the objects depicted remain unidentified. This marked a significant departure from previous government policy of denying or downplaying UFO sightings. In 2021, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, ODNI, released a preliminary report on UAPs, acknowledging that there are a limited number of cases that remain unexplained and require further analysis. The report, while inconclusive, suggested that some UAPs might represent advanced technological capabilities from foreign adversaries, while others could potentially point to as yet undiscovered atmospheric phenomena or other scientific explanations. This newfound openness from government agencies has been cautiously welcomed by both skeptics and believers. Though many argue that more transparency is needed, the debate over the nature and origin of UFOs continues with no definitive answers in sight. The UFO phenomenon, with its intersections of science, speculation, and the unknown, presents a unique challenge to our understanding of the universe and our place within it. The divide between skeptics and believers often seems insurmountable, fueled by mistrust, misinformation, and a lack of conclusive evidence. However, Bridging this divide is essential if we are to make progress in unraveling the mysteries surrounding UFOs. A path forward requires open-mindedness from both sides of the debate. Skeptics must be willing to acknowledge that our current scientific understanding is not absolute and that there may be phenomena beyond our current ability to explain. Believers, on the other hand, must be willing to subject their beliefs to rigorous scrutiny, demanding credible evidence and acknowledging the possibility of alternative explanations. A truly scientific approach to UFO research requires collaboration between scientists, government agencies, and the public. This includes increased funding for research, the establishment of standardized protocols for data collection and analysis, and the creation of a centralized database for reporting and tracking UFO sightings. Ultimately, the pursuit of knowledge and understanding should be the driving force behind any investigation into UFOs. By approaching this complex and enigmatic topic with curiosity, rigor, and a willingness to consider all possibilities, we can foster an environment conducive to uncovering the truth, whatever it may be. The persistent fascination with UFOs, despite decades of scientific scrutiny and debate, speaks to a deep-seated human need to grapple with the unknown. We are a species driven by curiosity, hardwired to explore, question, and seek meaning in the world around us. The vastness of the cosmos, with its billions of galaxies and the possibility of countless worlds, beckons us with its mysteries. UFOs, whether they represent extraterrestrial visitors, interdimensional travelers, or simply misidentified objects, tap into this primal curiosity. They embody the thrill of the unknown, the tantalizing possibility that we are not alone in the universe or even in our own reality. This sense of wonder, of venturing beyond the familiar and confronting the extraordinary, is a powerful motivator, driving us to seek answers and push the boundaries of our understanding. The enduring mystery of UFOs also provides fertile ground for the imagination to flourish. In the absence of definitive answers, our minds readily fill in the blanks, weaving narratives that resonate with our hopes, fears, and cultural biases. Science fiction, with its tales of alien encounters, interdimensional travel, and advanced technologies, often serves as a mirror to our own anxieties and aspirations, reflecting our evolving relationship with the unknown. For some, the possibility of extraterrestrial life, particularly intelligent life, offers a sense of hope and connection in an otherwise vast and indifferent universe. The idea that we might not be alone, that other beings might share our curiosity, our struggles, or even our dreams, can be profoundly comforting. It suggests that our own existence is part of something larger than ourselves, a small part of a grand cosmic tapestry. The fascination with UFOs is not merely a modern phenomenon, it has deep roots in human history and mythology. Ancient cultures around the world recorded stories of strange lights in the sky, unusual celestial objects, and even beings descending from the heavens. These tales, often intertwined with religious beliefs and cultural narratives, reflect a timeless human impulse to make sense of the unexplained and find meaning in the patterns of the natural world. In more recent times, the UFO phenomenon has taken on new dimensions, fueled by advancements in technology and the rise of mass media. The 20th century in particular saw an explosion of interest in UFOs, spurred by high-profile sightings, the development of rocketry and space exploration, and the Cold War rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union. The UFO phenomenon also raises profound questions about our own future as a species. If extraterrestrial life exists, and if some of these civilizations possess advanced technologies, what does that mean for humanity's place in the cosmos? Could contact with an alien civilization pose a threat to our existence, or could it usher in a new era of peace and cooperation? The search for extraterrestrial intelligence, or SETI, a scientific endeavor dedicated to listening for signals from other civilizations, reflects our desire to connect with potential neighbors in the cosmos. The discovery of even microbial life beyond Earth would have profound implications for our understanding of the universe and the origins of life itself. The UFO phenomenon occupies a unique space where science, speculation, and the imagination intersect. It challenges our conventional ways of thinking, forcing us to confront the limits of our knowledge and the possibility that reality itself might be far stranger than we ever imagined. Navigating this uncertain terrain requires a delicate balance of skepticism and open-mindedness. On the one hand, it's essential to approach extraordinary claims with a critical eye, demanding evidence commensurate with the claim. The burden of proof lies with those making the claim, not with those who are skeptical. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and in the case of UFOs, that evidence often remains elusive or open to interpretation. On the other hand, dismissing every UFO sighting as a hoax or misidentification risks stifling genuine inquiry. The history of science is replete with examples of phenomena that were once considered fringe or impossible, only to be later validated through rigorous investigation. From the discovery of radio waves to the confirmation of black holes, our understanding of the universe has been repeatedly expanded by challenging conventional wisdom and embracing the unknown. Perhaps the most important lesson to be gleaned from the UFO phenomenon is the importance of humility in the face of the vast and mysterious universe we inhabit. Our knowledge is always evolving, and there will always be questions that we cannot yet answer. The pursuit of knowledge is an ongoing journey, and by embracing curiosity, critical thinking, and a willingness to consider all possibilities, we can navigate the boundary between fact and fiction, inching ever closer to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the cosmos we inhabit. The question of UFOs, of unexplained phenomena in our skies, and the possibility of life beyond Earth remains one of the most enduring and captivating mysteries of our time. We've journeyed through a labyrinth of theories, from the mind-bending concepts of quantum mechanics and interdimensional travel, to the speculative claims of government conspiracies and holographic projections. Yet the core question remains unanswered. What are these objects that defy easy explanation? And what do they tell us about our place in the cosmos? The lack of definitive answers, far from diminishing the allure of the UFO phenomenon, seems only to amplify it. It's in the space between what we know and what we don't know, in the realm of possibility and speculation, that our imaginations run wild. Are these objects visitors from distant star systems, products of advanced technologies beyond our current comprehension? Or perhaps something even stranger, hinting at dimensions and realities beyond our current scientific understanding? The pursuit of answers to these questions has led us down diverse paths, from the rigorous analysis of radar data and eyewitness accounts by scientists and government agencies to the passionate investigations of amateur ufologists and the creative explorations of science fiction writers. Each perspective offers a unique lens through which to view the phenomenon, enriching our understanding even in the absence of definitive conclusions. The UFO enigma, rather than being a source of division or discord, has the potential to unite us in our shared sense of wonder and our desire to comprehend the universe we inhabit. It reminds us that we are all explorers, venturing into the unknown with a mix of curiosity, trepidation, and a thirst for knowledge. As we stand at the precipice of the unknown, gazing up at a sky teeming with possibilities, one thing is certain: the journey of discovery is far from over. The UFO phenomenon, with its tantalizing hints of the extraordinary, serves as a powerful reminder that our understanding of the universe is constantly evolving. What we perceive as impossible today might become the accepted truth of tomorrow, just as countless scientific breakthroughs throughout history have shattered previously held beliefs and expanded our understanding of the natural world. In an age of information overload and instant access to a vast sea of data, it's more important than ever to cultivate a discerning and critical mind. We must be wary of falling prey to confirmation bias, seeking out only information that confirms our existing beliefs, while dismissing evidence that challenges them. True intellectual honesty requires us to engage with diverse perspectives, to weigh the evidence carefully, and to remain open to the possibility that our current understanding might be incomplete or even flawed. The UFO phenomenon, far from being a distraction or a source of division, has the potential to inspire a new era of scientific inquiry, one marked by collaboration, transparency, and a willingness to challenge long-held assumptions. By fostering open dialogue between scientists, government agencies, and the public, we can create an environment where evidence is rigorously examined, alternative explanations are explored, and the pursuit of truth takes precedence over dogma or ideology. The universe, in its vastness and complexity, holds countless mysteries yet to be unraveled. The UFO phenomenon serves as a potent reminder of this enduring truth, inviting us to approach the unknown with a sense of humility, curiosity, and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. The answers we seek might lie hidden in the depths of space, in the fabric of reality itself, or perhaps within the boundless capacity of the human imagination. The journey of discovery begins with a single step, a willingness to look beyond the familiar and embrace the awe-inspiring possibilities that await us in the vast cosmic arena. Is always evolving, and there will always be questions that we cannot yet answer. The pursuit of knowledge is an ongoing journey, and by embracing curiosity, critical thinking, and a willingness to consider all possibilities, we can navigate the boundary between fact and fiction, inching ever closer to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the cosmos we inhabit. The question of UFOs, of unexplained phenomena in our skies, and the possibility of life beyond Earth remains one of the most enduring and captivating mysteries of our time. We've journeyed through a labyrinth of theories, from the mind-bending concepts of quantum mechanics and interdimensional travel, to the speculative claims of government conspiracies and holographic projections. Yet the core question remains unanswered. What are these objects that defy easy explanation? And what do they tell us about our place in the cosmos? The lack of definitive answers, far from diminishing the allure of the UFO phenomenon, seems only to amplify it. It's in the space between what we know and what we don't know, in the realm of possibility and speculation, that our imaginations run wild. Are these objects visitors from distant star systems, products of advanced technologies beyond our current comprehension? Or perhaps something even stranger, hinting at dimensions and realities beyond our current scientific understanding? The pursuit of answers to these questions has led us down diverse paths, from the rigorous analysis of radar data and eyewitness accounts by scientists and government agencies to the passionate investigations of amateur ufologists and the creative explorations of science fiction writers. Each perspective offers a unique lens through which to view the phenomenon, enriching our understanding even in the absence of definitive conclusions. The UFO enigma, rather than being a source of division or discord, has the potential to unite us in our shared sense of wonder and our desire to comprehend the universe we inhabit. It reminds us that we are all explorers, venturing into the unknown with a mix of curiosity, trepidation, and a thirst for knowledge. As we stand at the precipice of the unknown, gazing up at a sky teeming with possibilities, one thing is certain: the journey of discovery is far from over. The UFO phenomenon, with its tantalizing hints of the extraordinary, serves as a powerful reminder that our understanding of the universe is constantly evolving. What we perceive as impossible today might become the accepted truth of tomorrow, just as countless scientific breakthroughs throughout history have shattered previously held beliefs and expanded our understanding of the natural world. In an age of information overload and instant access to a vast sea of data, it's more important than ever to cultivate a discerning and critical mind. We must be wary of falling prey to confirmation bias, seeking out only information that confirms our existing beliefs, while dismissing evidence that challenges them. True intellectual honesty requires us to engage with diverse perspectives, to weigh the evidence carefully, and to remain open to the possibility that our current understanding might be incomplete or even flawed. The UFO phenomenon, far from being a distraction or a source of division, has the potential to inspire a new era of scientific inquiry, one marked by collaboration, transparency, and a willingness to challenge long-held assumptions. By fostering open dialogue between scientists, government agencies, and the public, we can create an environment where evidence is rigorously examined, alternative explanations are explored, and the pursuit of truth takes precedence over dogma or ideology. The universe, in its vastness and complexity, holds countless mysteries yet to be unraveled. The UFO phenomenon serves as a potent reminder of this enduring truth, inviting us to approach the unknown with a sense of humility